On the record, in the matter 25 CF 75, State of Wisconsin versus Cody Mason. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Mr. Mason appears in person with counsel Joel Feliski. We're set today in this matter for a plea and sentencing. Mr. Feliski, is this matter proceeding as such?
That is correct, Your Honor. The parties have reached an agreement here for Mr. Mason to plead to count 2 of the complaint in 25 CF 75, with count 1 and count 3 being dismissed and read in. There's a joint recommendation for a withheld sentence, court costs, and 1 year of probation. The conditions of probation to include an anger management and/or domestic violence coursework through DOC. I have a completed plea questionnaire and waiver of rights form with me. May I approach?
You may. Thank you. It's a request for no contact.
Is there anything in the notes?
I don't believe so.
We never asked for that.
Okay. All right, but other than that, we're in victims' rights compliance.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have in front of me a plea questionnaire waiver of rights form. Do you recognize the document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your attorney thoroughly go over this document with you,
Yes, Your Honor.
word for word?
Yes.
Do you understand everything completely?
Yes.
Is that your signature on the second page?
Yes, it is.
You're pleading guilty to count 2 misdemeanor battery with a domestic abuse modifier. Is that correct?
Yes.
35 years old. You can read, write, you understand the English language, high school diploma or equivalent, no drugs, alcohol, medications, or mental illnesses or disorders, correct?
Yes.
Did your attorney thoroughly go over with you what the state would have to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
Did your attorney go over with you the maximum possible penalties you face?
Yes.
Because you're charged with crimes, you are entitled to constitutional rights, and each of those rights is listed on the plea questionnaire. Did your attorney thoroughly go over those rights with you?
Yes, he did.
Do you understand them completely?
I do.
Do you need me to go over those rights with you in any more detail?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving and giving up those rights?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand here, the state would have to prove on or around May 20th, 2025 in Burnett County, Wisconsin, that you did cause bodily harm to SM by an act done with intent to cause bodily harm to that person without that person's consent. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty could be a fine of up to $10,000 or imprisonment of up to 9 months or both?
I do.
Do you also understand that this has a domestic abuse modifier, which means upon conviction, not only will you be assessed an additional $100 surcharge, but you would be subject to the federal prohibition of no longer being able to use or possess a firearm for life?
I do. I have no firearms.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, now do you understand that there is an agreement that's been reached and that's been recited on the record, but I'm not bound to follow that? You understand that?
Yes.
Said differently, if I thought that something else was warranted, I could do that.
Yes.
Do you still wish to proceed and enter a guilty plea?
I do.
Did you go over the criminal complaint with your attorney?
Yes, I did.
In particular, the section where it's called the probable cause section, where it's basically says what happened and why you were charged with the crimes?
Yes, I do.
For the most part, are those facts accurate?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty to misdemeanor battery with that domestic modifier because you're guilty of that charge?
Yes, I am.
Mr. Feliski, may the court use the probable cause section of the criminal complaint to find a factual basis?
So stipulated.
Has anyone made any threats or any promises to you for you to plead guilty today?
No,
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing
I am.
and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has your attorney represented you competently?
Yes, he has, Your
Has
Honor.
he answered all of your questions?
Yes.
Has he looked at this matter thoroughly?
Yes, he did.
Do you have any questions for the court or
No.
for your attorney before we proceed?
No, Your Honor.
As to count 2 as charged, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Court will find that your plea is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. They'll find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'll find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of that count. The other 2 counts will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. Argument, Mr. Schmidt.
Thank you, Judge.
the reason why we really want the probation with anger management and domestic abuse counseling is this is the third case we've had between Mr. Mason and his wife, the same victim. In 23, we had another that reduced to an ordinance. 22, we had one that reduced to a DC conviction. I think we have enough data now with this, as well as looking at the FA filing that was done and then abandoned. There's something tumultuous going on in this relationship, and this would be the best way to protect the victim. The input we did get from the victim is she does want Cody to do anger management, which I think reinforces the data we've collected through the filings. Aside from this issue, this relationship issue he has with his wife, where it's fine to get emotional, it's fine to get angry, but we need to make sure it's done in a way that's physically safe for everybody. Aside from that, he doesn't have any other criminogenic needs. So hopefully this will address that, and that both of them can conduct their relationship in a way that's physically safe in the future. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Felicity.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll first address the issue of credit. I have your figures from the jail that Mr. Mason was booked in on these charges on May 20th of 2025. He was released the next day, so he therefore has 2 days of jail credit. Your Honor, I think the joint recommendation here is appropriate. First, Mr. Mason has spent a small amount of time in jail, so there has been a small punishment already. I think that probation here is appropriate given the nature of offenses, the prior history here, and as the state said, the lack of other criminogenic needs. I think that providing Mr. Mason with the opportunity to address this issue through the resources provided by the department will allow the issue to be addressed effectively. I think the community will continue to be protected through the supervision and the rules placed on Mr. Mason by the department. Overall, I think that this is appropriate given the nature of the events here to allow Mr. Mason to address whatever is causing this issue, the heart of it, and be able to avoid coming back before the court in this position again. Overall, I think this is an appropriate agreement. I would ask the court to follow it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mason, anything you want to add? You want to let me know?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, I think it was said very well by both attorneys here that you have some issues going on and you need to work through them and you need to address them. Hopefully you can learn something in these programs. If not, then maybe the next step would actually be some type of therapy and going that avenue. Hopefully there's not going to be a next time and that you're going to figure it out. This is serious because it involves your significant other. It involves conduct that is not only criminal, but it's extremely inappropriate and it's not treating a loved one well. I don't think you're a risk to society as a whole or the community as a whole, perhaps just your partner, but perhaps once you learn a few things, you'll be able to move past that and both of you will be able to communicate in a better way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow the recommendation as it relates to probation, 1 year of probation. I'm not doing a withheld sentence. I am going to do an imposed but stayed sentence, 30 days of jail. If you're revoked, you'll sit 30 days. You won't come back to court. You will automatically go sit that time, 2 days of jail credit. The next time, if there is a next time, Mr. Mason, it could be a whole lot worse. Perhaps there could be 6 months of incarceration. So that's why it's very important you really take the classes and those things seriously. I'm going to assess $500 total, $400 in fines, fees, DNA surcharges for count 2, plus the $100 domestic abuse surcharge for a total of $500. As conditions of probation, absolute sobriety, no use or possession of illegal drugs, substances, or paraphernalia. I'm also going to order that you undergo and engage in and successfully complete the anger management domestic abuse course by restorative justice with Dave Hatch at your cost.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that that must be completed within 90 days from today.
Understand.
All right, 90 days from today. So make sure that you take care of that and you get that covered. The other 2 counts dismissed and read in. If you fail to pay all fines and fees, that's a civil judgment. I need your DNA. You're going to need to go to the jail to make sure that they have it. If they do, they'll take it. If they don't, they'll send you on your way. I mean,
The other
or
way
the other
around.
way, the other way around.
They do have it from last
Okay.
time.
And if you wish to have it expunged from the system, you can request it be done through a written letter to the Department of Justice. With that domestic abuse modifier, though, I don't think it's a possibility, but you can still ask for it if you wish, not to this court, but to the Wisconsin Department of Justice. You have 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you do lose that right. I would look into doing that course as quickly as you practically can, get it paid for and get it set up. Are you still on Ellis Avenue, PO Box 134?
Yes,
Telephone ends in 0365.
yes.
Thank you. After you're done with your DNA, double checking on that, go immediately to probation and get this all set up and ready to go, okay?
Understand.
All right, am I missing anything?
Not from me.
Nothing further.
Good luck.
Thank
Come
you.
get your documents and you are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Roy. You do Roy or is that D? It's a financial.
I can be in it. Do you need one of these or are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be much, but. Have a seat, Mr. Roy. We will go on the record in the matters 22 JV 10, 23 CF 184, 23 FO 154, and 311, 23 TR 312, 24 F4 FO 25, and 127, 25 TR 532, 533, 534, and 535. State of Wisconsin, Village of State of Wisconsin, Village of Siren, County of Burnett versus Rain Roy. We're here today for a financial review hearing. Mr. Roy, you failed to appear at the last hearing. A warrant was issued. You were placed into custody. At that time, you were later released because you were just beginning a job at the Burnett Dairy and making 20-some dollars an hour, and I believe it's full-time. You owe a significant amount in fines, fees, restitution, going all the way back from your juvenile years until present. What's going on, Rain? Where are you? And fill me in.
Well, I did lose my job.
How?
A sick note, my
What?
my supervisor gave me advice to provide a sick note to the Burnett Dairy as I was sick with influenza and a stomach bug.
And did you actually have the legal or the medical documentation that proved a positive
Yep.
test?
Yep.
Okay.
I sent it to HR, but it was just being that I was new and I hadn't been there for, I was still in a trial period. They
And
terminated
you can
me.
give me that I want those medical records. I want to see that it's a positive
Okay.
test for influenza A.
I sent it to Tessa too as well.
Okay. Not just the doctor saying, I think you have the flu. I want it to be a positive viral test, a medical test.
Okay.
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 So was it a positive?
It was
medical test?
a statement saying that I was sick.
That's
They just,
not accurate.
yeah, they just never tested me for it.
Then I can see exactly why you were terminated.
Yeah. And I understand now too.
And that goes completely 1000% against my order. Does it not?
Yeah. It does.
Because these are actions that you caused that you should have done and went above and beyond. If you're sick, you're sick, you're sick, but you still go to work unless you have a viral test that comes back positive, a medical test, not a doctor saying, well, this could be the flu. You could have a cold. You could just be faking it.
The only reason they didn't test me is because I had the same, there was, they had 15 people within 5 hours having the same symptom, and it was all like a stomach bug that was going around. And my family and the entire house had influenza, which is why I went in general to get tested for influenza. And the only reason I called in because my face became infectious, like rashes everywhere.
Do you know, I had the same thing and I was still here every single day. Every single day, wanted to die, but I sat up here, I did my job.
I understand.
Other people do the same thing. The district attorney does the same thing. When he feels like he's on death's door, you go in, you do your job.
I understand.
Now, what am I gonna do? You owe like $30,000 and I have 4 cents that you pay. It's getting ridiculous and absurd. Because this has been 5, 6, 7 jobs now, because your $10 an hour grim tech cleaning or doing cars, detailing cars at 10 hours a week is not enough.
I understand.
I'm getting to the point where I'm beyond frustrated, Mr. Roy.
I understand.
I don't know if you do understand. Because you lost a job that could have meant a completely different world for you because you were sick. I'm not going to take it easy on you anymore. I'm not going to just say that you can pay $50 a month on your $30,000 that you owe. It's not going to happen. 6 months for every single case that you are not paying on, 6 months of jail. You have prison hanging over your head. There's more to being, there's more to life than maintaining your sobriety and just being sober. You have to grow up and be an adult, pay your bills, go to work every day, and be sober. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do now?
I get my last paycheck either. I have direct deposit. I can make a payment as soon as possible, as soon as I get.
Yep, great, grand, wonderful. Okay, all great, grand, and wonderful, but you owe thousands of dollars in past rent. You have no place to live. You have no car. You have no driver's license. And it's been, I think, 2 years now, almost a year and a half. We're working extremely hard to get you on that path. And the only one standing in the way is you. You've had this job in front of you. You've had this job in front of you. You've had this thing. You've had an apartment pretty much given to you for nothing. And you blow it each and every time. So now you need to find a different plan and a different path because it's getting to the point where I'm not going to take this, that, or the other. You should have still sat, I should have made you sit in jail a whole lot longer than I did, but I let you out so that you could go to your job. Did you go, when was that? When were you let out of jail?
I was let out on Friday and I went back to work on a Sunday.
Okay.
When I started, because that was my days off.
And when were you sick?
I'm pretty sure it was Monday, Tuesday, I believe.
So you went to work on Sunday, but then you were sick Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
Bull crap. Bull crap. Don't believe it. I don't believe it. All right, so you're gonna have to figure it out because you're gonna have to have a job by the next time I have a hearing. I don't care how many dollars an hour it is, but you will be working at minimum 20, at minimum, not including grime tech. That doesn't count. That doesn't come into this whole play. You will at least have a job in the parameters of the job that you are permitted to do within treatment court, 20 hours a week. I'm not fooling. I'm not messing, or you're going to be sitting.
I will make sure that I have that.
Okay. So we have drug treatment court this Thursday. I'll get an update on this Thursday. And I'm setting another hearing right now. so that we can come back and we can review this. April 8th, 3:30, April 8th at 3:30, we're going to see where you are. And if I have to keep being the one to continue to make sure you're doing what you need to do, and it's more than just in treatment court, I am going to do that.
I'll have a job by then.
And again, you don't have the ability, you can't call in sick. Here's the thing now, you can't call in sick without getting my permission. All right? My permission. And the only way to get my permission that you cannot go to work because you are sick is if I send you to the doctor and you have a positive medical test, not some statement, because I'm going to tell you, love doctors, they're great, but doctors can pretty much, it depends on the doctor, say what you want them to say. Okay? They'd probably write the dog ate my homework. So that's what it's going to be. Give me an update on Thursday. I want at least 4 viable options of jobs, 20 hours a week. At least 4 viable options. If not hey, I landed one.
Okay.
Okay? All right, then we will see you on Thursday at treatment court. Mr. Hatch is here, so I don't know if he needs to talk to you or see you, but good luck.